Hello, viewers. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Bigben, the language school. This is our first session for voice and accent class today, and we have our expert trainer available with us, Mr. Noor Mohammad Zubair. Hello, sir.
Hi Ruchika, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Can you please explain our viewers what we are going to do in this particular session for voice and accent today?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So guys, this is a beginning of voice and accent training sessions where we will try to understand what affects our accent, how it implicates it, what region implies, what is region economics, and we will try to understand the neutral accent that exists internationally. Every region has its own accent, so we will try to implicate something that is understood globally, and we can take it further that way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let's begin with a quick session. All right, let's begin with a quick introduction so that we understand what we are actually going through.
Right, sir. Right.
Okay, so first of all, we will begin by understanding what accent itself indicates. Why is it important? What it indicates within us. Okay, so first of all, the most important thing that you have to remember: use of accent, the choice of words, the pronunciation style, all of this indicates or implies a clarity of your ideas, your expression, what you're trying to indicate to the other person. Unless and until you have a clarity in what you're saying, the other person will never understand. What is communication? Communication is when what you speak and what other person perceives. So both of them have to be clear. You can't go with one round where you think you are speaking clearly and the other person is not able to understand you. You have to be on both the ends clear. So in order to utilize that communication appropriately, in order to have that communication appropriately, you need an accent which is neutral, accepted all over the world, or you can change it depending on the country that you're living in.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sure. Uh-huh.
All right. So I'll quickly start with a small screen share so that you have an idea of what we are going through. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. Can you see the screen, Ruchika?
Yes, sir. Yes, I
All
can
right.
see.
Wonderful. So this is training module, all right, and my name is Noor. I have been into the training industry for about 8 years, and this is the first demo class that I'll be taking you guys through. So as we spoke about in the initial phase itself, why this accent program? What does accent actually help us? What it does for us? So first of all, what you have to realize is accent is neither good nor bad. Okay, they're just very different. They're different. What does it imply? Okay, two things that affect our language, our communication is, first of all, if we are a native English speaker, how will it differ? If we are not, what are the factors that impact our accent? First thing, it's obviously, as stated, it's going to be regional, where you've been brought up. If you are coming from Australia, you'll pick up an Australian accent, though you are a native English speaker, but you still have an Australian accent. You're coming from UK, you will pick up a British accent.
Right, right.
Native English speaker, but still having an accent. Okay. However, India is a country of multiple regions, correct?
Correct, sir.
And we also have our cultural influences on it,
Right,
correct?
right.
So these two things play a very important role on how we communicate our conversation, what are the languages, what is our pronunciation we imply on. Okay, a lot of people, what they don't realize is their mother tongue has a very strong influence on English as well. Somebody, let's say, if a Punjabi speaker, okay, has a very strong influence of Punjabi on English,
Okay,
correct?
okay. Okay, sir.
All right. Similarly, somebody from South India has a very strong influence of that particular region and their culture on the English language. So this, it impacts how we speak, and it is an adverse effect. All right. It's not something that you are looking forward to, because what you communicate might be putting across further properly, but is the person receiving it, perceiving it appropriately or not? That is another question.
Right, right, sir.
Correct.
Right, right.
So it's very important for us to understand the implications of it. It's very important to understand how we utilize it. Let's do a very quick small activity,
Sure, sir.
so that Ruchika, you'll be helping me here, so that we can understand how, according to people's perception, prejudice, according to people's idea, presumption, languages and its accent changes from top to bottom. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
All right, let's imagine a Punjabi. All right, how would a Punjabi say hello?
Uh, sir, actually, I'm not a Punjabi, but they can easily say hello,
Okay.
hello.
Okay. So somebody who's native of, like, coming from a very strong cultural background. What do you think?
So they can say like hello.
Uh-huh. So it impacts that hello, correct? It,
Yes,
it
yes,
comes with a very strong vowel syllable.
yes.
Hello,
Hello.
correct?
Yeah.
So that impacts. All right, now imagine somebody from south. Okay, let's take one of the either a Telugu speaking state, a Tamil, Kannada, whatever you want to pick. Okay, let's pick one of the southern states. How do you presume they will say hello?
See, if any South Indian person call and say hello, then
Mm-hmm.
he can say like that, hello.
Okay, okay, that works. And okay, we got this covered from top to bottom. Let's go a little international.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
let's presume we are speaking to somebody who hails from China. How would that person say hello?
From China.
China.
I don't have any idea, but I can try.
Okay,
Hello.
that's what we are doing.
They can say
Wonderful.
hello. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now pick up somebody from a very bold country. All right, Russia.
Uh-huh.
You might have seen movies. Okay, in a lot of movies, they show Russians as
Yes.
villains a lot of times, mobsters and all of that. So how would a Russian say hello?
Uh, s- Probably
It's a
I
presumption activity.
presumption.
So,
I can try. They can say like hello.
okay.
Yeah.
Or would they be, say something like hello, or something hello, something with a heavy tone, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that is where our presumption, our idea of
Mhm.
language comes from. Okay, if we are not able to communicate, if we don't have that neutral accent, we'll never be able to communicate our thoughts across appropriately.
Okay.
Though you might pronounce the words differently, though you might pronounce the, language, idioms, ideas, your expressions very differently, but they will still not be able to catch up. Now, if the other person is not catching up, what happens to the communication?
Uh, Maybe they won't able to understand what he's saying.
Exactly. So is the communication complete or incomplete?
Obviously incomplete, sir.
Incomplete,
Yeah.
exactly, because you are able to put across your thoughts, but
Right.
the other person is not able to receive the thoughts, correct?
Correct, sir.
So that is why we need to have a neutral accent. We, again, depending on the country or the region that you're living in, if it's an absolute necessity that you need to pick up the accent, people do pick up the accent. Over the years, they establish a connection to the region, and that's what they do.
Okay.
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 See, as I was talking to you about what could be the adverse effects, right? Adverse effects. Ruchika, could you read out what's on the slide?
Uh, so the first line or the last one, sir?
The first pointer.
First pointer.
Mm-hmm.
It's adverse effect on listening comprehensions of our customers.
Okay. And the second one?
Creation of biases or prejudice that may creep in while communicating.
Okay. See, what happens is when you're communicating with people, first of
Mhm.
all, the idea of, your listening, it impacts. Okay. Let's say if I say something in a very Indian accent, a lot of people might have faced this issue. Okay. When they are speaking to somebody over the phone, right?
Uh-huh.
They instantly catch up. Somebody new, let's say somebody, you've never spoken, or you're giving an interview somewhere else. Okay, you instantly catch up what the other person is saying, and at times there is a prejudice which develops. There are biases always. I am speaking specifically people who are working in international BPOs. They face these kind of problems. If they answer a call and the customer is on the other end, the client instantly recognizes, all right, it's an Indian. He would be very hesitant to take this further. Instantly he says, all right, are you an Indian? That's what the question comes up.
Yes,
So in
yes,
order to avoid any biases, prejudices, that exist in the society, we are humans, we build prejudice. But in order to avoid that, remove that barrier, we need to have a very neutral accent which everybody can actually understand, comprehend, and take our communication further. Conversation has to keep moving forward. Correct?
correct, sir, correct.
Okay. So now we'll talk about what Indian accent is and how it implicates us. All right. Every region has different type of accent. Multiple regions in India itself has different type of accent. Now the problem with Indian accent is that normally on a standard level, okay, on a standard level, the rate of speech is 100 to 150 itself.
Right, sir.
100 to 150.
150.
However, we Indians speak at a 200 to 250 words per minute rate of speech. Don't you think it's way too high
Yes, sir. Definitely, it's
for
high.
somebody who's not accustomed to listening to such a high rate of speech? Do you think they will understand what you're trying to say?
No, sir. No.
So, let's do a really quick activity. All right.
Mm-hmm. All
Okay.
right.
Ruchika, I want you to give me your introduction. Okay, about where are you from and describe your city a little bit in a really fast manner. Let's see how fast you can do it.
Uh, my name is Ruchika. I'm working with Bigben, the language school, and I'm living in East Delhi, nearby East Delhi. And in it's a fast. I can say I can explain that much in faster.
Okay, see what happened when you try to explain it in fast language, a really fast rate of speech. You lose words.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have enough time to regain the next thought. Okay,
Yes.
let's say
Yes, sir.
if I have to speak, I'm going to do the same activity that I did, but I am going to maintain a pace. Okay.
Okay.
So, hi, my name is Noor and I live in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is one of the most growing cities right now. It is also called as an IT hub of India. It is comparatively cheaper to any other metro cities. It is well connected internationally and has a lot of visiting spots. The most famous food here is biryani. You should also try it sometime.
Right.
How
Right.
did this feel?
Uh, this is means you explained a lot about your city, and you
Correct.
clearly explain yourself as well.
Right. So I gave it enough time. I gave the communication enough time. I gave sentences enough time. I
Right.
gave it enough thought as well in the back of my head. I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking while I was speaking. I was thinking while I was speaking. Now, if I would have gone with the fast pace, my name is Noor and I'm live in Hyderabad, and I
Uh,
then it goes with fillers. If you're
Pillars. Right.
speaking too fast, you will have fillers. That is an
Pillars.
absolutely bad way of communicating professionally, personally. You can't have fillers in your communication. Okay.
Right. Right.
What are fillers and how they impact our speeches, and we will learn that further in the future classes. This is just an update. Okay. The second thing that I told you impact in the first slide itself is your regionalization, your mother tongue. Okay,
Right.
that is in a proper grammar term, in a proper language speaking term, it's called as mother tongue influence.
Yes,
So
sir.
which state you come from implies a lot on how you speak. Okay, let's say if somebody is speaking from South India, right, their H is going to be very different. Their H is H. Okay,
H. Okay.
that that difference in the pronunciation itself impact the entire word.
Right, sir.
Okay,
Right.
so if I'm speaking, if I say I'm honest, okay, I am honest, right? Anybody from South India who has a very strong mother tongue influence, he's not going to say I am honest. He will say I am honest.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because that H implies in their sounds. Okay, so
Right.
let's do a really quick activity where I will observe. Okay, this is just an observation. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. I want to observe how you pronounce all the alphabets.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, let's go.
Ready, sir.
Okay, start pronunciation with A and until Z or Z.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Okay, so most of the words, most of the alphabets that you pronounce had an appropriate pronunciation. A couple of things that you missed, I will be teaching you along, but for the moment being, I want you to observe how I pronounce.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
A, A. Okay,
A.
see my mouth, how it moves. A. Okay, my tongue is touching the lower teeth. A.
A.
Oh, perfect. B,
B.
B,
B.
C,
C.
C,
C.
teeth, C, perfect. D,
D.
E,
E.
F,
F.
perfect. That sound should come. The wind should come out from your mouth. There should be an air flowing. Okay, F,
F.
G,
G.
H,
H.
H,
H.
I,
I.
J,
J.
K,
K.
K,
K.
K,
J.
L,
L.
M,
M.
N.
N.
The next one,
O.
O. The next,
P.
mm-hmm,
Q.
mm-hmm,
R.
mm-hmm,
S. T.
S,
S.
S,
S.
mm-hmm,
T.
mm-hmm,
U.
mm-hmm.
V. W.
U, V, V.
Okay.
Okay, it's
V.
like a child saying we. So
Okay.
we.
V.
Okay,
Yeah. W.
W,
X. Y.
X.
Z.
Okay, it's X, X,
X.
Y,
Y.
Z, or Z, depending on whatever accent that you're trying to move on. Okay,
Okay.
Z is in British, Z is in American. Okay,
American. All right. Okay, sir.
right. So now we practiced the alphabets. Now let's move one step further and we will practice the words. Okay,
Okay, sir.
sounds fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want you to use the 6 words that are there on the screen and I want you to pronounce them for me.
Right. It's tomato,
Mm-hmm,
castle,
mm-hmm,
porter,
mm-hmm,
call,
mm-hmm,
postpone, Better.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. See, now you've got this right. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, if in order to understand if you got the consonant and the vowel sound right, I want you to hold a piece of paper right in front of your mouth.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I have paper.
All right. Put it right in front of your mouth.
Right.
Okay. Now I want you to pronounce the same words and observe what happens to the paper.
Okay. It's tomato, castle,
Mm-hmm.
photo,
Mm-hmm.
call,
Mm-hmm.
postcode,
Mm-hmm.
better.
Okay. Out of the 6 words, which of these words implied that there was a vibration on the paper?
Better.
Better. And
Yeah. And is postcode, I guess. I mean, Potter.
post,
Potter.
poster. Okay. So these two consonant words had an implication on the paper. They created a vibration, which
Right.
meant you're pronouncing the R
R. Okay.
appropriately.
Okay.
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 However, we still need a bit of work while we pronounce tomato, tomato. Okay, tomato, tomato, however you want to pronounce. Okay, depending again, accent to accent, it changes. We will utilize the specialization for later classes.
Okay.
Just for your observation, tomato,
Okay.
tomato. Okay,
Tomato. Okay.
castle, castle,
Castle.
castle. Porter,
Porter.
call, call.
Call. Call.
All right, postcode,
Postcode.
postcode. Perfect.
Postcode.
Better, better,
Better. Better.
better. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
So these are the basics of how we will begin understanding. All right. We still need a bit of practice. So I want something from your end. I want you to promise me, until and unless we finish the first step, we perfect the first step, we're not moving to the second step. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure. Sure.
All right. So that doesn't mean you practice it only in the class. Okay. When I let you go, I want you to practice it in your daily language when you're communicating with people around you, while you are having a conversation with somebody professionally or personally. Try to imply that as much as you can. Okay. Try to catch up with a couple of friends, speak to them in English. Okay, using the right pronunciations. Okay.
Right. 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 Right.
Right? So now let's end the entire session with a really fun activity. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
So I want you to pick one of these tongue twisters that you think will be easy for you.
Uh, uh, Let me think, sir. Mm,
Sure. I'll give you a minute to think.
right. I can try first one, sir.
First one. All
Yeah.
right, wonderful. So I want you to, about in a minute, I want you to give me that first tongue twister 5 times. All right?
One line 5 times. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I can try, sir. I can try.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick to learn the better T. Mr. Tongue Twister tried
The
to train
better T.
letter T. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Again.
Mr. Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick to learn the letter T. Mr. Tongue
Okay.
Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick to learn the letter T. Mr. Tongue
Okay.
Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick to learn the letter T. Mr.
Okay.
Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick to learn the letter T. I think it's
Okay.
five, sir.
That's 4.
Oh, last one. Mr. Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick to learn the letter T.
Okay. All right, good. So you made two mistakes. The first
Yeah.
one you made, rather than letter, you said better.
Better. Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes, yes.
and instead of twirl, you said
Twirl.
twirl. Okay,
Yeah.
so two mistakes that you made. All right, but
Yeah.
we can fix this. But you understand how the tongue twisted, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes,
There
sir.
is a flow. Mr.
Yeah.
Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twirl and trick and to learn the letter T.
Letter T. Right.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
yes,
So
yes, sir.
now we will start with basics. We will start with how to pronounce consonants, how to use the phonetics, how to utilize vowel sounds, how to learn about syllables, and then we will move on to first neutralizing the accent and then picking up a specialization, whichever is your option. Okay.
Right, 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 sir. Right. It was quite
All right.
interesting. It was quite interesting, and viewers, if you are watching this video, see, this is very quite an interesting way of learning a voice and accent, and you people can also try the same, because this method is quite interesting, and मुझे काफी interesting और काफी helpful लग रहा है, and I will definitely try to practice in these three lines also, because I find first one is quite easier than other two ones. That's why I tried first one, sir.
Absolutely. It's always easiest to the difficult to ones. Correct.
Correct, 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 sir. Correct.
So I want you to practice what I teach you, and then we will be good to go. Okay.
All right, sir. So
All right
if
then.
yeah, if viewers say, that was our today's session. So if you have any questions, any doubts, and you want to have you wanted to ask some questions with Noor sir, you can ask. See, you can contact me in my number. You can note it down. It's 9805371026. I repeat, it's 9805371026. My name is Ruchika. And if you have any query, any doubt, you can message me on WhatsApp as well. Okay. And if you wanted to discuss some queries with Noor sir, so you can contact me on the same number. Thank you so much, Noor sir, for this wonderful session today. So definitely we
No
are
issues.
coming back with the fresh topic next time for sure. Okay. Thank you so much for. Thank you so much.